Okay, so Mrs. Tone has their car. It's not running right. The check engine light's on. We replaced the intake runner control, which is what controls the airflow into the motor. We think we might have an air leak because that did not fix her problem. So the next step would be to smoke test the machine. You need to have her battery is inside the fender, so I'm just going to use her battery outside the car to power up my smoke machine. And then you got to have nitrogen because you never want to use shop air for a smoke machine because this is not combustible, where shop air is combustible. So you turn this on. Okay, you don't need a lot of pressure with the nitrogen, so you can turn this all the way on. This is the regulator valve. This is how much nitrogen is being applied. This is how much is in the tank. So we're using the red scale. So I set it usually at 35 psi. So 10, 20, 35. 35 psi is what I set it at. Okay. So then now we could take our hose and we could hook that up to the smoke machine right here, and then the smoke machine now has that being applied. We're going to take our power cord right here, and they make a battery pack, so you don't even have to use this. You just hook up a battery, but I find the batteries tend to go dead really fast, so I'm going to hook that up to the battery. Of course, red to positive, black to negative. Okay. And then we just have different controls here. I'm going to hit start, and I can already hear it working. There's two modes. There's a fast mode, and you can feel it. There you go. There's a fast mode where it fills whatever you're trying to fill really fast, and if you hit it again, it cycles it, and it becomes real small. So the nice thing about this control, and then off, when you have this much smoke, it becomes really hard to find where the leak is at. So first, just fill whatever you're filling with smoke, a lot of it, and then to trace exactly where it's going to go, you want to go on the pulse mode, and then it's much easier to trace that leak. Okay, it has a lemon smell, by the way. I don't want students inhaling this, but it's normal to smell lemon because you want to be able not only use your eyes, but your sense of smell to know that there's a leak. But this is not a hookah or anything for you to inhale. Alright, so another feature, not only does you have smoke and you have the smell, it also has oil. So wherever it leaks, it's going to leave an oil residue for you to follow. Okay? That is why you really don't want to breathe this stuff. It's just not good for you. Okay, you know, when I say breathe, I'm telling you don't inhale this stuff directly in your mouth. I mean, so it's not meant for human consumption. So we need to hook up our smoke machine to a vacuum line. This is the emissions label underneath the hood of a car. This is the engine right here with the throttle body right here and the intake manifold. These are all the vacuum lines on her car, going all the way back to her fuel tank and your charcoal canister, which is in the back of the car. This is inside the engine compartment. The biggest brake line on a car or the two biggest ones are the PCV valve, which sucks all the vapors out of your oil pan, or the brake booster vacuum hose. We're going to hook it up to the brake booster vacuum hose. So that brake booster vacuum hose is right here. So here's your brake booster, here's the vacuum hose that goes to your car. I'm going to pull that off. And then this is where I'm going to put my smoke machine into. And then to see where it's leaking, I need to remove this cover. And what we suspect being the leak is, this is an intake manifold. We changed the motor down here, the intake runner control. You can't really see it, it's buried inside here. But if there's an air leak here, then the computer can't control the airflow going into each of your cylinders. So we're going to smoke test this, because the vacuum hose, if you trace it, goes all the way down through here, and it ends up mounting down here underneath the intake manifold behind the throttle body. So this is the throttle body, this is the intake manifold. So by putting in the smoke machine where we did, it will fill this whole intake manifold up with smoke. Alright, so I'm going to hit start. Now this is filling up the machine, or the machine's filling the vacuum hose up. Here's the smoke. We're going to put that in, and we're going to just look for leaks. Okay? We don't want to see any leaks. Now we might see leaks out of the air cleaner. So this is where our air filter's at. That's okay. Okay? That's not going to cause an engine performance problem. So anything through this hose right here to the air cleaner is okay, and it's mainly because she doesn't have a MAF sensor. If she had a MAF sensor here, you don't want to have a hole in the hose here. The only sensor that she has is a inlet air temperature sensor right here, and that's not going to be affected by any air leak. Okay, yep. So here's the smoke coming out of the air cleaner. So this is where your engine gets all of its air from that little hole right there. Okay, so we know then that this is now all filled up, and I don't see any leak, but we're going to go ahead and put this on pulse mode, and you'll see that the smoke will dissipate. We're also covering up that intake to see if we could locate any other leaks.